Hey guys, it's Generalkidd here. How's everyone doing? Today I've got a pretty cool glitch for you on Halo 5. Finally, right? um, this glitch, well, first let me explain. So in Halo 5, and technically in Halo 4, and I guess Reach as well, every melee weapon, like every unique melee weapon, they all have their own assassinations that's unique to that weapon. So, for example, in Halo 5, no matter what assassination you have equipped for your character, if you use any melee weapon, it still uses that melee weapon's animation instead of your equipped assassination. So, with that in mind, we can take advantage of that and kind of like that weapon projectile swap glitch, the weapon pad glitch actually, where you can change the projectiles of different weapons and you can make some pretty cool custom weapons. We can now change the assassinations of pretty much every weapon using this method. So let me just show you first what it looks like. I messed up there, so I had a little cut there, switch with someone else. But here we go. So instead of using the skull for the melee this time, I'm using the binary rifle. No, the incineration cannon, my bad. And it's the exact same assassination animation as the skull and the ball. But except it's with the incineration cannon now. So normally, if you use the incineration cannon or any other non-melee weapon to assassinate someone, you would just use your equipped assassination to for the animation. But with this glitch, you can now you can swap the weapons of the assassinations for any melee weapon with any other weapon, or other melee weapons if you want. So here, with the skull again, we basically crush them with the incineration cannon, which is it's actually pretty cool. And there's a lot of other cool combos you can do like this, but it only works with melee only weapons for their assassinations, because they're the only ones that have unique assassinations. So to do this, what you want to do, and this works easier with the ball, the skull, or the flag. But what you want to do is you want to assassinate someone, and then right when you start the assassination, quickly tap Y to switch weapons. And this might take you a couple tries or to get used to it, but you want to do it really quickly. I find it's easier to do this on bumper jumper because, well, actually no, you can do it on any control schemes because the melee button and switch weapon button are usually pretty close. But as soon as you do the assassination melee, you want to quickly switch to another weapon. And if you do it correctly, then you will you'll be in the animation, but with the other weapon, your secondary weapon, whatever weapon you were last holding before you picked up the skull or flag or whatever. And like I said, there's a lot of cool combinations you could do here, like with the energy sword and the that animation I did earlier where you jump and you assassinate. That one is pretty cool because it's like you're slicing them in half in this case with the Prophet's Bane. Now, we're using the skull and a ball here. Those work pretty well. But if you use a flag, first let me show you what the standard flag assassination looks like, just so you have an idea. But if you use the flag, it does work, but it doesn't work how you want it to work. And as for the energy sword and gravity hammer, you could use those animations as well, but those are a lot harder to do than the ball or flag. And I'll get to those in a little bit, but those require much more precise timing, and you also need it works better with the faster versions of them, like the Ravening Silver or the Corpse Maker, because you can switch to those a lot faster than you can other variants. But anyways, right here, if you do it with the flag, it does still do the animation, but it's all invisible. So unfortunately, yeah, I mean, I was hoping like you could use like a gravity hammer or a sniper rifle and stab them in the face like that. But with the flag, the weapon becomes invisible, and you just like basically stab them with nothing. But yeah, so basically I recommend for starters just use the ball or the skull for best results. And in a second, I'll get to the sword and hammer. But even with just the ball and the skull, you could pull off some pretty cool shots with assassinations. But anyway, so let's get on with the sword and the hammer. Now here, we use the sword and we swap it with the carbine. So that looks pretty brutal, but you basically, in this case, we stab someone through the chest with the carbine instead of the energy sword. And this works with any weapon, so you could completely stab through them with any like blunt weapon. Here we have the assault rifle going through them. It has a bayonet on it, but like I said, it can work with any weapon. You don't need a bayonet on it. And it even works with empty energy sword handles as well. And here's an example of the hammer. We use the hammer, but we swap the hammer with the Prophet's Bane. And this one's actually pretty cool. You're basically, I mean, it's not perfect. It kind of goes to the side, but you're basically stabbing them with the energy sword in that position. But it does kind of fall to the side, so it's not perfect. But it's still pretty cool looking. Here's another example of the energy sword. We use another assault rifle here. And this is actually, I know like in custom lobbies there's like an assassination game type. I think this might work better with that game type. You might have better odds. Because I was trying this in Forge and I could not for the life of me get it to work with the energy sword and hammer. But it does work. It's just a lot harder and trickier than the ball and the flag. But yeah, so I hope you guys did enjoy this and found it to be interesting. And if you do try it out, good luck. But other than that, if you did enjoy this, leave a like and leave your thoughts in the comments. If there's anything else you want to check out, just let me know. But other than that, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys next time.